Good day or good evening, whatever time it is at the time you are listening to this video. I am planning on switching some things up here on Mind and Spirit's channel. Not doing a complete overhaul and change. Yes, the cards are still going to exist here on this channel always because it's my favorite way of divination work. But the simple fact that I am an oracle all throughout my daily routine. I am in constant contact with spirit, with source, with my guides, and also people on the other side. And so I wanted to include this here on Mind and Spirit's channel. And the way I'm planning on going about this is by doing this very same thing where I am recording, and it's more of, I guess, like a spirit podcast. For lack of the better term, because I don't exactly know what style this is. But it won't be a video of something, it will be of me recording and putting up pictures that I have made through AI or whatever. So if this is something that you like and something that you enjoy, I would really appreciate it too if you guys could let me know that as well. Leave a comment, push that like button, just so that I can kind of see how it's being received. My guides have really been pressing me to do this, and it's kind of like an experiment here as well. So basically how this is going to work here is within the last 24 hours, I have opened up my airways to receive specific messages, signs, symbols, and synchronicities for the people of the collective. And my main guides have a way of letting me know whether I am channeling information that is for me personally or if it is for somebody else. And throughout the 24-hour period, I am taking notes as I see them coming in. And then I will record here, like I'm sitting down right now, and share those signs, symbols, synchronicities right off the bat because they are very specific. So the very first thing that came up after I opened up to do this was I was sitting in my car with my window down, and I was at the laundromat, and a man walked by and said out loud 3 times the name Joshua. The number 3 for me is very significant when I am starting to pay attention to the synchronicities. When things are either heard or seen 3 times, it's very potent for me. It's kind of a nudge from spirit to have me pay extra close attention. After that occurred, I kept seeing the name Joshua everywhere. On random semi-trucks driving by, on billboard signs. I mean, just like, it was almost like everywhere I looked, the name Joshua. And my initial reaction to hearing this word when the man initially walked by me saying it 3 times, my mind went to Yeshua for sure. Joshua is a very biblical name. But after that thought occurred, then it occurred to me that this could also be somebody that is on the other side as well, a past loved one. Or it could be someone's name within the collective. And the way Spirit says the name in my mind as I am recording this, I'm hearing it said Joshua. Joshua. So that could be very specific for you too, the pronunciation of the name. The second thing that I have been noticing within the last 24 hours is the number 5-6 and 6-5. Very interchangeable, but I've seen them multiple times, both 5-6 and 6-5. And I must say, I am grateful that it's not 6-7 because Spirit has this ongoing joke about that whole thing, and I just so glad that it's 6-5. The next thing that I kept seeing repeatedly while I have been out driving around is a small gray car that has 4 doors and front end damage, specifically to the front bumper. I've seen this 3 times as well, and I felt like I needed to note that. These were all separate individual cars that were seen at separate locations and separate times of the day, but they all looked very similar. I believe that one of the cars was an Acura and another one was a Nissan. So those 2 makes of cars might also be significant to you. And lastly, the Hindi Buddha. He kept coming through very strongly throughout the day today. After I kept seeing it several times, I had to ask my guides, is this for me or is this for the collective? And Spirit had responded and let me know that this is to be included as well. So those are all the signs, symbols, synchronicities that I have seen over the past 24 hours. And I'm going to go ahead and ground myself and connect to the other side, connect to Spirit and Source, and see what channeled messages would like to come through for the collective at this time. Also, just as a disclaimer, when I am channeling information directly from the spirit realms, I tend to really get slow with my speech because I go into a little bit of a trance-like mode. So if my vocal vibrations differ, I just wanted to explain why so you guys can understand. Firstly, I am seeing someone coming through, and I believe it is a lost loved one, someone who is on the other side. It's a older gentleman. He might actually be right around the age of 65. I know 65 was one of the synchronicities that I've seen. He's got short salt and pepper gray hair, and he looks like he might be German. He's got like salt and pepper eyebrows that are quite bushy, actually. And his eyes are very kind and very like sincere looking. He's got a very stoic look on his face. And he's wearing a plaid shirt, but not like the checkered plaid. It's more like a thin lined plaid shirt, and it's blue, and the lines on the shirt look to be white and a lighter blue color. He's also showing me a wristwatch now. He's lifting up his arm and showing me it's a silver wristwatch, and it appears to have like a sunburst kind of depiction on the face of it. And he's saying this person will know by the description of that wristwatch. I'm being shown a lot of water, just a lot of water, and now I'm being zoomed out and I'm seeing a boat, and the water is coming inside the boat. Now my attention is being brought back to this man. Oftentimes when I'm asking a name from those on the other side, I just get a couple of letters, and the letters that he is telling me are G and R. He's saying that it wasn't your fault. He just keeps saying that over and over. It was not your fault. He wants you to understand this, and he wants you to accept this. There is something about survivor's guilt. There's things that you think that you could have done in order to change the outcome of the circumstance, but he's saying that there actually wasn't anything that could have been done by you or anyone else that was involved. He's saying that his soul knew that he was going to pass in this way. It was written in his soul contract, he's saying. And he's saying that he is sorry that it all happened in such a tragic way. And he understands the trauma that it caused. But he wants you to let go of the guilt, because the guilt is holding you back. from living out your life the way it needs to be lived out. He says you are alive and you are living for a reason. And by holding on to this guilt over the circumstance, it's distracting you from living a fulfilled life. And that is not something that he wants for you. He's saying one way you can know that he is still there with you is that you have been randomly feeling water drops, specifically on either side of your face, on your cheeks. He's saying a lot of people call these angel kisses. But those water drops that you randomly feel are not so random because it's him, and that's how he lets you know that he is near you. And now he is starting to fade out from my vision. And so that's the end of the first message that is being channeled through. I'm now feeling a guide of someone coming through. It's a feminine energy, and she's really bouncy and really like enthusiastic. Lots of smiley energy. She's saying that you are really good with the music that you make. She said she's really enjoying the bells. She loves the sound of them. So you might be utilizing the bells within your music, or this could be some form of communication between you and her. Whenever you hear bells, you know that she is trying to communicate with you. She's saying that there was a recent test that she helped guide you through. And I'm not getting any specific details on what kind of test. So this could be from, a medical test, or all the way to like a school test, or even some kind of spiritual test. But she's saying that she was there with you all along the way. She's saying that she understands that you tend to not do so well with testing. I can relate to that one too, actually. But she's saying that you handled the test really well. She's really proud of you. She said that the test results are going to surprise you in a good way. And now she's moving back to this music aspect, and she's showing me someone who is writing out like lyrics to a song. She's saying that the lyrics that you write are oftentimes things that are being channeled through you. A lot of the times after you're done writing a piece, she's saying that you're surprised at what is written down. And you've had thoughts of, how did I come up with that? And she wants to reiterate and let you know that you are oftentimes channeling from spirit realms, and you are becoming a true vessel for communication in that way. She's also showing me how sheet music is being written as well, and that the music that you are creating is also a variant of this channeling. And I'm specifically hearing angelic realms. There's certain notes within the music that carry healing properties. And she's also saying to look more into frequency and carrying frequency within the music that you are writing. She wants to help you with this as well. She's also saying that you have been wanting to change your hair in some kind of way, but you're hesitating. She's saying that sometimes a change is good for the mentee, and hair always grows back. That's what she said. And now her energy is starting to leave. So that was the message from one of your guides. And now I'm getting the energies of the ancient Egyptian gods and goddesses. I'm being shown the pyramids. I'm also being shown a magic carpet. It's blue in color. It has gold tassels and filigree, a filigree pattern with red flowers and lots of vinery all throughout this carpet. I'm hearing the words sacred space, no shoes allowed. And this could be referring to possibly somebody's heritage. I do know a lot of different cultures consider the inside of their homes a sacred space, and in some regards, they leave their shoes completely outside of the house before they walk in. This energy is talking about some kind of struggle that you have been facing lately. The feeling of being between a rock and a hard place. Like every which way you turn, you feel like there's no way out. Almost a kind of like a trapped feeling. You're usually very creative with your thinking and with your problem solving, but this thing, whatever it is, has really got you stumped. And it's something pretty major, and it has something to do with your life in the means of like the way you're living or where you're living or something along those lines. Now I'm being shown the sun conjunct to one of the pyramids in Giza. It's like perfectly at the tip of the pyramid. And I'm also being shown a sundial as well. Oh wow, now the pyramid is turning into a sundial. Like my vision of this just zoomed out. I feel as if this energy is asking you to do the same and to have a more zoomed out perspective of the situation. Higher perspective is needed, is what I heard. There's things above it that you could see much better rather than being beneath it, is what I heard. And now I'm seeing a hawk flying in the sky there where the pyramid is with the sun over the top. And to me, hawk energy is Horus. And that's also signifying that bird's eye view, so to speak, that you're being asked to take at this time. There's more to the situation than what you're seeing before you. There's a lot of unseen details. And these details are the keys to the solution to the problem. I really feel as if Horus is stepping in here and showing up for you as a guide in this issue that you are facing. He not only can act as a guide, but also as a protector as well. So if you haven't already, I would take this as an invitation to consult with the great god Horus. And with that being said, I'm feeling this energy lift. I was going to go ahead and close this one out, but there is one more little tidbit that Spirit is bringing to the forefront of my mind right now. And it seems very random, but to the person it's for, it's got to come out, I guess. And that is something about chimney sweeping. I don't know why that came through my mind. Sometimes this happens. But after I heard the words chimney sweeping, I started seeing and hearing the scene in the Mary Poppins movie with the Chim Chimmery song. So that might be something very significant to you and very personal as well. We are coming to that point if you live in the northern hemisphere of springtime, and chimney sweeping often makes me think of like spring cleaning. And maybe it's time to get your chimney swept. I don't know. But it's definitely like a deep cleaning that is needed, is what I'm getting from this last message here. Or perhaps you are in the phase of doing this. And there is something significant about Mary Poppins, specifically the bag that she pulls all kinds of stuff out of. And now it's starting to go into giving me more of the vibes of a party magician, you know, where you're pulling the rabbit out of the hat, so to speak, or him with his magic bag, pulling out all these different objects, making something appear out of seemingly nothing. And now the word manifestation is coming through. And this could be the vibes of the manifestations that you have been pulling through into your 3D reality lately. And the feeling of Mary Poppins pulling all of these items out of her bag that didn't exist before. There's some kind of correlation there between the two and the way you are manifesting at this time. And I'm hearing that the more you believe that you can do this, the more frequently it's going to happen and the easier it's going to get. I'm hearing, yes, you're actually doing it. So perhaps you needed confirmation on this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and end this session right here. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this different format of getting readings and channelings through. And in any regard, I truly appreciate you guys allowing the space for this to occur. I truly appreciate each and every one here on Mind and Spirits channel. Until next time, I love you. Bye.